Right. So Michael's going to be doing a review of some of his manga.
Well, technically this is manhwa because it's Korean and not Japanese.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that's why Michael's going to be doing this one, because obviously it's his hobby, his interest, obsession, and he's very knowledgeable. So if you ever have any questions about, especially being European, about this subject, please drop us a line in the comments. He was always willing to share advice and that. And I'm trying to encourage him to do more of it, because he does know quite a bit, what's good to watch, what's bad to watch. And the last thing you want to do is watch like 100 episodes of something that was going to be absolute drivel.
Black Clover.
So anyway, yes, so I'm going to pass it over to Michael. So now he's going to explain what he wants to explain.
So, at my father's request, he asked me to do a review on a manhwa that I recently bought because I only just found out they did a physical copy of it. Because it's an internet comic called Solo Leveling. Probably one of the most popular manhwa out there, or internet comic, I guess is the easiest way to put it.
So have a look at the cover.
That is the main character, Sung Jin Woo, or in English it is pronounced Jin Woo Sung, because in Asia, especially places like Korea and Japan, they pronounce their name backwards, so their last name would be said first. It's more of a respect thing and a cultural thing in Japan and Korea, and a lot obviously other parts of Asia. So onto the manhwa. It's going to get really confusing saying manga and manhwa. Solo Leveling is about Sung Jin Woo. I'm going to say it the Korean way of putting it. Sung Jin Woo is an E rank hunter, which are the weakest of all. They're only just above normal humans. And one day, that's a page about it. Gates opened to different dungeons. So it's kind of like a video game-esque type thing. And people were granted special powers known as awakened abilities. There you go. Another page on it. And each person, usually gets one awakening. But towards the end of this volume, Sun Jin Woo gets a second awakening. And he basically gets a video game screen of, here's your quest, do this, go into this dungeon, get all these, and then that's just art.
Does it read like a normal manga from back to front, or is it this one front to...
It's set up more like a comic. So instead of reading it, I actually brought one of my manga. Instead of reading it that way, backwards in European standards, it is read like a comic, like Justice League comic or Superman, Batman.
They're like a graphic novel.
Yeah, graphic novel, that's it. So that's read like that. Also, the difference between manhwa and manga is these are coloured, 100% fully coloured and detailed with sound effects, and obviously not sound effects, but sound effect words. Onomatopoeia, as my English teacher used to love to tell me.
So is that like... God, I've got a brain thing now. What made you decide to buy a physical, even though you've seen them all?
Well, one, I haven't actually read this, the online version.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't read the online version because I remember a friend of mine was talking to me about it because we were talking about anime and manga, and he was like, "Oh, have you heard of Solo Leveling?" I was like, "Solo Leveling sounds pretty interesting," because there's a genre of anime called isekai, which is basically where the main character gets sent to another world in a video game-esque type leveling system, and they don't really interest me because I think they're kind of boring and the main character's usually overpowered. And obviously I like a few like Overlord and the first season of Sword Art Online.
Anyway.
But so it didn't really interest me. And then I was on YouTube and it came up and I recommended why you should read Solo Leveling. So I thought, might as well check it out. Watch the video, I think, oh, this looks really cool. The main character is super weak and then gets a key. And he gets the ability to level up, which is why I'm pretty sure the original translation from Korea to English is only I level up, because he is the only one that levels up. So he gets a key to a secret dungeon where he can go in and Actually, I'll see if I can find the page of the key. Because he gets killed, basically. And he gets... there it is. That's like a notification saying that he's now a player in this game world, I guess. And he gets a quest... there it is. That says do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats.
Yeah.
And a 10-kilometer run, which is sort of One Punch Man reference. And he kind of just goes, nah, I don't want to do it. And then he gets sent to a penalty game. Wow, these pages are really good pacing, actually. So he gets sent to this penalty game and gets attacked by a creature because these monsters are trying to get into the real world through these gates. And it's the hunter's job to go in and kill them.
Right.
And so he gets a penalty game. This one is the first penalty game where he has to survive 4 hours while being chased by a giant bug. Obviously, he does it, gets back magically, and yeah. So then.
So it's this, you know, when it's translated from Korean,
yeah,
to English, is it exactly the same as they would have read it?
No, because obviously, especially non-European languages, it's a lot harder to translate because it takes about 1,200 hours to learn the basics of a different language in a very far away place. Whereas in European, obviously, I did 3 years of German. Obviously, I can speak pretty good German. It takes a lot longer to learn just the basics of places like Asia, Middle East, and because they're
what I meant was, you know, when they translated it from Korean, because it originated in Korea, didn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
Is there any difference between?
Well, obviously, there's going to be slight changes because their words can mean several different things. So it's up to the translators to interpret it.
Right. But what about violence or?
No, it's never usually censored. Well, it's usually religious symbols that get censored. There's none in here so far because there's one. The Buddhist symbol of peace is similar to a certain symbol that was used in World War II, and that got censored over here. Obviously, you can probably guess which symbol I'm on about. So there's another screen of the video game-esque thing.
Yeah.
And then he gets that key. That's the key to his secret dungeon. And it starts off like a low-level thing.
So, like...
The size is also a big thing. Because these are quite big, quite chunky. Because this is a first volume.
Yeah.
And again, going back to my thing, it's actually bigger.
And that's black and white?
Yeah, this is...
a proper manga.
Yeah, this is a proper manga.
So why is that one called different? Is it because it's in colour?
Yeah, and this one originates in Korea, whereas
manga
originates in Japan. This one's more the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than the omnibuses of manga. And again, omnibuses are read from the back to the front.
Yeah. So what is I've got a lot of respect for Michael for reading these, because obviously when you're at school, you're actually told that, oh no, that's not reading, that's not, you know, you need to read just a book with words in it, which I totally disagree with, because as far as I know, Michael's very articulated in what he's putting across in this video, and he is in life in general, and it's done him no harm whatsoever.
Onto the censorship thing, yeah, his leg gets bitten off, well, cut off. So
right.
they don't really censor it in international releases, only really symbols. And...
So, yeah. You know, I mean, I read, obviously, DC. Well, I need to read a lot more. Michael keeps getting me, like, thinking, oh, I've got the Owl one. I need to read that one. And I've got loads of good ones that I need to start reading. And Michael kind of encourages me, really, without knowing it, because we both have a problem with, like, reading words and having to read things again. And this is a great way for us to actually read. Don't let anyone tell you any different, you know, especially, you know. Anyway, that's enough about that. But I mean, just enjoy reading them because they are good.
Also, this was £15 over here, and $20 in United States and $26 in Canada.
So it come from America then?
Oh no, this came from over here. I got it on Amazon.
Yeah, but originally would it have been imported from Korea or America?
There's usually different studios around different places. Like I think there's a European translation studio, and America's.
So how many are there in the series? Do you know?
I think they've just got to chapter 126.
So that's chapter 1.
No, this is volume 1.
Volume.
Similar to manga. In manga, they're usually more direct with it because usually they say there's like 4 chapters in a volume.
Yeah.
Whereas I think they're doing this one similar to a graphic novel. They'll get a bunch of chapters from like 1 to, I don't know. I don't think it says exactly how many chapters are here.
Well, we know the next volume is not out till July, but you just pre-ordered that.
Yeah. There's also a light novel, which are kind of like 1 page is a picture, 1 place is like a novel.
All right. But you're not interested in them?
Nope, too many words. Oh, yeah. This one was done at Yen Press in New York.
All right.
So, Solar Leveling Volume 1, Chung Song 2018. So this started in 2018. Wow.
All right. So we know of the next 3 volumes, when they're coming out.
Yeah, so...
and as I say...
July 20th... Yeah, so July 20th is Volume 2.
Yeah.
September 26th is Volume 3. And I think the 4th one is June 25th, 2022. But they're all out in German for some reason.
Yeah.
But not in English.
Yeah, but maybe the German one comes straight from Korea.
Probably. Yeah. Also, they have previews at the end of like different... Because obviously it ends with him.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, you know, like if you want to read something a bit different and you like, you know, look forward to it, instead of having it like a TV series, but you get it all in one go and you binge watch it, Michael's actually got something you can look forward to next month and in September.
In the meantime, I'll probably buy more manga whilst I'm at it.
Yeah. So like, if anyone's watching this video and they enjoy this kind of subject, I'm more than willing to film Michael talking about it because I find it fascinating, even though it's not my cup of tea, in the sense of I'm not as heavy into this kind of novel, but I can appreciate, you know, Michael's
similar thickness.
Yeah, Michael's you know, interest in it. So if you are interested in it, just drop us a line, let us know. He has got other books. He does. We did a Gundam conversation one, I'm sure. He did a couple of model kits, and I think we did we did do one. Oh no, was it Code?
Oh, Code Geass.
Yeah.
Because that was all in Japanese, which was very fun to try and
Yeah. So he's got quite a few. So like, if you're into that and you're not quite sure where to get started, please drop us a line, and I'm sure he'll leave a comment, a reply to you. And yeah, thanks for watching. It was very interesting, and we will anticipate Volume 2 when it comes, and any other ones he gets in between. And please consider subscribing, liking and sharing, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.